All right, welcome back to the Ernest P YouTube channel. Today we're going to be diagnosing a pair of wiper blades that aren't working. We just pulled up. I haven't looked at the truck yet, but the key's inside, so we're going to go ahead and diagnose what's wrong with these wiper blades, and we'll get those fixed. So come along and we'll show you the process. All right, so this is an 84 Dodge. First things first is we'll locate how to turn the wiper blades on. So this would be low, this would be high. We'll go ahead, put the key in, and see if we can hear that motor turning. Let's see. Now, to get rid of that humming, we'll probably just close the door here with our foot. Perfect. Turn that key. So there's power. Turn the fan off so you can hear. Let's listen for that wiper motor. Perfect. So it sounds like that wiper motor is running. There could be a link or something inside the wiper motor broken, or it could be the link or the transmission to the wiper blades itself. But we know that it's getting power to that motor, so that's good. We don't have to diagnose anything on the electrical system. If we did have to, we'd start with the fuse, obviously, and then just trace wires and see if any wires were broken. But we don't have to worry about that today. We know that wiper motor is working because we can hear it. So we'll pop the hood, get down to that motor, and see if it's the link or transmission of those wiper blades, or if it's something else. Okay, so fortunately on this model, I can look down through the grates here and see the link coming out of that wiper motor. It looks like those are not connected. However, it's hard to tell at this point, but I can see the wiper motor lever that should be moving those wiper blades. So I'm going to turn it on and look and see if that's moving. If it's not, we'll know it's the wiper blade that needs to be replaced. I mean, the wiper motor that needs to be replaced. If that is moving, then we'll know it's the link between these wiper blades, which I'm thinking that's what it is. I'm looking and I can't see those sticks, but the slats are just small enough and it's just dark enough to where I can't really tell. So I'm going to go ahead and just test it like that. Perfect. So that motor is turning. You can see that lever maybe there, that's spinning. So we have obviously just lost the links. We'll go ahead and take this apart and reconnect those. So it should be pretty simple. On this one, it looks like we'll just have to undo these screws, and then this little tray should come out, as well as disconnect these wiper blades up here so that we can take this cover off. All right, so all we had to do was undo these screws here that hold it down. And I believe there was 8 of them, and then these pop off. However, you want to remember the location of where they're at when you pop them off. That way they go back down, you know, how they're supposed to. They don't go too far down or too far up. So I'm going to mark on the windshield here where the other one is. That way when I put them back on, I'll mark on the windshield there. So that way when I put them back on, we can have them right in the same position that we left them. So in fact, rather than marking the windshield, I'm just going to lay them both flat. And then I'll pop them off and just not move this link here. That way when I put them back on, both of them, I'll just put them flat here at the bottom of the windshield again, and they should be fine. So I just put a rubber mallet in between here, a stiff part, so I didn't bend this metal here, in between the stiff part of the bottom of the windshield there. Don't put it too far on the windshield because you can crack it if you put a lot of pressure on it. And just the frame here, it didn't take a lot of pressure. Just make sure you get just the metal piece of that windshield wiper and not this you know, this end here, and then just put a pry bar under there and it should pop out. Pretty simple. So all right, that other one came off pretty easy. Now all you have to do is just gently move this up and out of the way, so it'll come off. We'll be able to reach down there and get to that link and see what's going on. There's usually a little plastic grommet that holds that link in there, so we'll see if that's what broke or not. I know the transmission between the individual wipers is working because when I moved one wiper, both moved. So I know this is the only link that's broken. So I'm going to go ahead, put some lube on that, and we'll get that back into place, and that should be it. We'll give it a test as well before we run off. So again, this link just snaps right onto there. Let's see. There's the 2 links there. Okay, actually, if you can see here, the grommet itself broke. You know, every parts store has these little pieces. They come in a pack, so we'll go ahead and get a new set of these and we'll put it in this truck. But that's all it is. This little rubber piece broke. Pretty common. Every time I've had to work on windshield wipers thus far, other than one time it being a fuse, it's always been these little grommets. So that may not be what they're called, snaps, whatever, I don't care. It is what it is. So we'll go get that part and we'll come back and finish it up. All right, so we got that new grommet on. All we have to do now is make sure that this gets up underneath this rubber weather stripping here. So we want to make sure all the way across it slides up underneath there evenly. And then we'll put everything back together. Pretty simple, 8 screws. Put those 2 wiper blades back on. We'll tap them softly with a rubber mallet, and that's it. All right, to help with that weather stripping, I just used this plastic non-marring tool. I just put it up underneath that weather stripping and ran it across the top, and it all worked pretty even. Looks good. We'll put those screws back in. It's all lined up now, and we'll put those wiper blades back on and it'll be done. All right, so we got the windshield wipers on. You can see here, everything's back in place. We'll go ahead and make sure they work. Perfect. All right, this has been another video from the Ernest P YouTube channel. If you're new here, please consider subscribing, like the video if you will. Check out our other videos. We'll be making tutorials all year long, probably for a long time after that as well, hopefully. So we need your support to keep the channel going. Hopefully we can put out interesting content and help a lot of people with tutorials on how to fix their vehicles. So this has been how to fix wiper blades that aren't working. This is usually the most common issue with those wiper blades when they stop working. So thanks again, everybody. Leave any comments if you have them. As always, have a good day and peace out.